everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to start with a new topic of history, that is the Great Uprising of AD 1857. So the expansion of British territories in India and their policies had a very much adversity effect in all sections of Indian people as Rajas, Nawabs, landlords, sepoys and peasants. There were many. By the mid of the 19th century AD, the British had a firmly established their political control over India. So what happened? The people had found their expressions in a number of protests. There were lots of protests against them. The outburst of mutants and rallies revolts to the prior of 1857. There were many of the outbursts that we need our own rights to make. We need our own. They actually protested against those Britishers, and this happened to begin in 1857. In the important among them of the Second Munda Rising, AD 1820 to 837. So the Sannyasi Revolt, AD 1770, the Santhal Rising in AD 1855, the Revolt of Fezaris, AD 1838 to 57, the Wahhabi movement, which was in AD 1830 to 60, the Vaghera Rising, which was the Barely Rising, AD 1860. So these were some of the risings which came up into some of the ADs to protest against the Britishers. The uprising of AD 57 became to sepoy mutiny, but gradually took all the sections of the people in its fold. So gradually people came to know that this uprising worth it, and they came all into this sections. So it assumed the character of rebellion and shook a very foundation for British Empire. V.D. Savarkar and several of the Indian nationalists. Often we can refer it to as the first war of Indian independence. So what happened? According to Ashok Mehta, the rebellion of 1857 was more than a merry sepoy mutiny and was an eruption of social volcano wherein many pent-up force found vent. After the eruption, the whole of the social topography had changed. The scars of the rebellion remained deep and shining. So there was a very big protest against the Britishers. So this whole protest being so much historical that it is still deep and very shining. So what about the cause of this uprising? So this cause of the uprising lead to many of things. So there were many causes of these uprising. Firstly, the economic causes. The economic exploitation of a country by the Britishers was one of the most important cause of this uprising or popular discontentment. So the colonial policies totally destroy the tradition of economic fabric of the country. And the roots of economic fabric which country had, that were totally destroyed. The British land and revenue policies were exploitative. So whatever Britishers made was exploitative for Indians. So this was one of the reasons why this uprising came forward too. They made land and commodity which could be freely bought and sold. So the land and commodity for them was free to sold and to bought. This system totally destroyed the stability, continuity and for the Indian villages. Now the land was made saleable and not eligible and unliable. The growing of the exploitation and poverty of the people made them desperate. They were desperate to get their lands back, to get their rights back. The economic crisis led them to join general uprising in hope to improve their fortune. So, as per there is so much of economic crisis going in the country for this British rules, so they thought let's bring up a uprising where people can come together and fight with their own future. They were desperate to get their own economic back as the poverty level was down to that levels. From 1757 to 1857, the East India Company never lost sight of its main goals. But what happened, which were some of the enhance of the company's profit to increase the profitability of its Indian possessions to the Britain. So they were East India Company were never to lose their goals. If they set up some goals, they were never to lose in this one whole century. But which was one of the reason why some of the things, the strengthening of the Indians economy was very sellable in the Britain. So they were holding the Indians in their fist, we can say. So objects were subordinated to their goals. So if they had a goal and Indian have to follow that goal, they have no options to go. The second cause of this uprising was a political cause. So some Sisters of Subedari alliance introduced by Lord Wellesley made an Indian state helpless and helpless. So there were some of the systems made in which lower levels of the people, people who live in the lower levels were pissed off, we can say, and that was one of the reasons which destroy one of the political stability in the state and cause this uprising. So in fact, by Siang and Subedari Island, the Subedari Islands, the Indian states were virtually signed away their independence. So this whole alliance made the Indian people lost their almost independence. The Lord Wellesley signed his Subedari territories with Nizam of Hyderabad, Nawab of Awadh and Nawab of Karnataka. So there were many of them who signed this thing, and it was losing the whole independence. Next cause was the military cause. The Indians during that period were strict at observing caste rules. So they were maintained the caste rules. So what happened? The British authorities forbade the sepoy to wear this scarf and sectarian marks, beard and turbans. So they made some of their things called as beard and turbans, and an act was passed in 1856 under which every recruit had to serve even overseas. So every people of the lower in the lower poverty, they have to go and serve the upper levels. That was become a rule. This order hurt the sepoys' sentiments. According to the then religious beliefs of Hindus, travel across the seas was forbidden. So traveling was forbidden. It means they didn't have a kind of a right to go overseas. They have no right to go out of India. The sepoys were established as interferer creatures and were treated roughly. They were paid as much as a very less no Indian could rise higher than a subedar. So if you're Indian in that kind of time, so you are no rights to innovate yourself or like grow yourself more than a subedar, and you have to be a subedar or in the less of the jobs. It means the jobs under it. The immediate cause of Sepoys' disentment was the order that they would not be given any side of a foreign service or allowance to the butter while serving in the Sindh or in the Punjab. This order made a big cut in the salary of Sepoys. The annexation of Awadh, the home of many Sepoys, added the fuel to the flames of this uprising. Immediate causes. What made, there were immediate causes of these. So the British government introduced a new rifle called as Enfield rifle for the army. The rifle had greased the paper attached around as a cartridge. In order to load the rifle, the sepoy had to bite off the paper with his mouth, and in AD 57, a rumor was spread that grease the cartridge was made of the fat of the pigs and cows. So if you don't know, Indian people prayed to cows and they will never put their mouth to the cow's skin. So there was a rumor spread in that time that the rifle, if you have to load the rifle, you have to bite or grease up the paper to just load it. So if you have seen that movie called as Mangal Pandey, there was featuring Amir Khan. So there was a scene where there was a very big conflict that the soldier will not take the rifle as there was a rumor that there is a cow fat in it. But Mangal Pandey did it so and actually type of approved. And then there was a rumor that his own friend, they actually tricked him and it was actually it. So what happened? This deeply actually hurt the religious and sentiments of both Hindus and the Muslims. And the boys actually refused to use the new rifle and decided to go for an uprising. The incident gave the necessary spark to the fire of anger and discontent burning of the hearts of India. So till now it was okay because they were not speaking of for these causes. There was economic cause, political cause, social religious cause and military causes. But still people were silent because they didn't bother so much. But when this rifle was introduced and they have to chew the fat of a cow, it was actually rumored, but if the rumor touched the sentiments of both Hindus and Muslims, and they just refused to do it so, and they decided to go for uprising, and this actually made an immediate spark to the fire, which it gave a very big spark to the fuel, the anger of the Indians, which were gone through this, they were actually broken, and this gave a spark to the fuel of the they burnt out the hearts of the Indian, we can say. So there were many of the leaders and spread of uprising. There were many leaders who lead this uprising, and this leaders thing we will go for the next video. And thanks for watching this video. I will meet you in next video with another topic. Thanks for watching.